So why is it that now recently, whenever DC movies get announced, I get like a little bit excited? I'm really actually, the movie I'm most hyped for right now is for DC is Shazam. I keep forgetting Aquaman's a thing, and that's coming in December. But yeah, DC's made a few announcements in terms of films, which I guess they're just still throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks. But yeah, they just announced a film that I didn't think was going to be that could actually work as an actual film. Well, it could work. I just didn't think anyone would put it on the big screen, is what I'm saying. Like, would these characters be viable enough to have their own film? And not only that, they're a certain person to go along with this movie announcement has been put out by DC officially. And yeah, this, I had to like double check. Not even double, I had to like quadruple check to be like, wait, this is real? What madness? How? What? Okay. So, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, Steven Spielberg is going to produce and possibly direct a Blackhawks film. Yeah, you know, the guy who's one of the biggest names in Hollywood. That guy? Yeah, that guy is that guy is producing a Blackhawks film, and also he's also in talks for directing. So, obviously Spielberg... So first off, let me say that you're maybe thinking, Spielberg... What? You know, that's not a big thing. Spielberg's produced films and directed films. What I'm saying is, the reason why it's so interesting is that it's not like a big name DC character. It's not like he's not directing he's not producing / and or directing a Superman movie or a Batman movie. It's Blackhawks. Hardly anyone knows about the Blackhawks. If you don't know who they are, they were essentially in DC Comics in World War II. They were a squadron of fighter pilots that were a special task force, and they've shown up a few times in DC Comics before, here and there. But they were never like a big thing as they were in World War II. I mean, there was like in the 90s, DC brought them back as like a Black Ops X-Force type team. That went about as well as you thought. But still, and also, let's not forget that there was a member of the Blackhawks that was time displaced in Gail Simone's Birds of Prey run. So that's really the biggest they got was, and I'm forgetting her name too, but she went by the name Blackhawk. And that I'm forgetting her name, I apologize. But she was from the Blackhawk Squadron, and they were essentially... that was the biggest thing they had done with Blackhawks for DC Comics. So like I said, the fact that, the film he's producing, and again, possibly directing, it's not official if he's directing or not, is still amazing that out of everything, this is the film that gets the green light. And the other thing is, I'm just shocked Spielberg, again, one of the biggest names in Hollywood, is, working with DC, which hasn't had the best track record as of late, Even though I thought Justice League was okay, I can watch it. It's not a good film. It's just kind of meh for me. And the only good film they've had so far was really Wonder Woman. Let's be honest here. And we still don't know what, Aquaman's going to be like. And once again, Flash is in development hell. And we still have that Joker film possibly happening with Joaquin Phoenix now. So yeah. It surprises me to no end that Spielberg is even if he's just producing, even if he's just on as producer or executive producer, it's still a big thing because, yeah, DC's kind of floundering in terms of films. Not so much comics, but in terms of films, that's kind of the big thing, is that, Spielberg is such a big name that... yeah, it's definitely going to get some draws. That's why when I initially did this video and talked about I had to quadruple check to make sure it was real, because you would think someone like Spielberg wouldn't touch, current DC films with a 10-foot pole. So to have that guy to have a say in your films is really cool. Now, It's been said that he's going to be producing. He's not going to be executive producer, which means you just have your name on it. So, so he's going to actually have a lot of say in the film, although it could easily change to executive producer, but yeah. Now, there's also, like I said, he's also, like, may or may not be director. So, I'm really hoping he does go into director, because this dude knows, if you know his work, then you know that Spielberg can direct a World War II film. You know, need I even begin to list off the films that kind of prove that? Oh, I do? Okay. You know, Saving Private Ryan, Schindler's List. You know, you could even add, you know, the Indiana Jones films. Okay, granted, they didn't really take place in World War II, but they were set in a timeline where they were building up. Hell, we went to Nazi Germany in The Last Crusade. So, yeah, guy knows, and that's what I really want from this film, is a fun, I don't really need I don't really think you can, well, I think you can get away with doing a, like, dark World War II film with this kind of, you know, with Blackhawks, but honestly, I think the route that Spielberg might go with, again, under the assumption that he might direct this as well, is that he would probably play this up like a fun Indiana Jones-esque action film, like a summer, you know, that kind of film. Like, that's how I kind of imagine Spielberg would probably play this up, again, if he was directing, is that it would be more like an Indiana Jones or Rocketeer type film. I don't think he directed Rocketeer. Anyway, but that's what the, like, fun, you know, semi-steampunk kind of war film where, you know, fight the bad Nazis and all that. So, I think, honestly, this is a really good pick for him. The only thing that could have been better for Spielberg to really direct would have, in terms of, if he was to pick any, like, character from DC, the other one would be Sergeant Rock. Yeah, honestly, he would actually kick a lot of ass. Spielberg would kick so much ass on a Sergeant Rock film, which, by the way, I'm really hoping he makes Sergeant Rock and the Combat Happy Joes make a cameo in this film, because that would be awesome. I would just absolutely love to have a cameo by Sergeant Rock, or even be a supporting character in that regard. Also, another thing I'm really hoping for is a frickin' reference to the JSA. I don't think we'll get them in the film, but I would just love a quick reference to the JSA, even if it's like an Easter egg to see the JSA in there. That'd be really cool. That would be a lot of fun for me. But yeah, I just think, you know, I was just, again, really shocked that Spielberg would even, like, put his name on anything DC-wise, you know, current DC film-wise. It just kind of shows that, you know, again, I still feel like they're throwing stuff against the wall and seeing what happens. Again, for all we know, how DC films have been playing as of late, this could honestly go down the drain. You know, remember how Josh Whedon said, "Oh yeah, I'm totally doing a Batgirl movie," and then he said, "Well, I didn't really have an idea for it. Bye." So, but I think DC is a lot more ballsy for saying Steven Spielberg's working with us. So you've got a lot of balls to say, you know, considering how your films have been kind of working, or quote unquote working so far, it's a ball. You know, you've got some serious balls to have, you know, Spielberg in here and hope, you know, you're going to do everything in your power. DC's going to do everything in their power to keep him happy. And I know I sound like I'm sounding a little cynical, but we all know the track record so far. And God knows I love the comics, and I really dug Wonder Woman, but let's be real here. You know, not the best of it. If you did enjoy the other DC films like BVS and Man of Steel and Justice League, totally fine. No ill will against you. But for the vast majority, you know, those films haven't exactly, you know, made bank. You know, a lot of those films didn't make bank, and we're still unsure as to Aquaman, which I'm still waiting for a trailer, which I'm pretty sure we'll get a trailer at, like, Comic-Con. And maybe that'll put my mind at ease for it. But yeah, keep in mind that every time DC says something for films, it sounds like they're throwing stuff against the wall and seeing what sticks. And it sounds like this in the beginning, because who really asked for a Blackhawks movie? No one? Okay. So, but now, you know, you have Steven Spielberg put on it, and this is definitely in Spielberg's wheelhouse, because you could do a war film, but do it in the vein of, like, the Indiana Jones films as well. So I think that's really cool. But yeah, I'm just, the movie so far I'm really hyped for is Shazam. Even more, like, again, Aquaman might surprise me because, again, James Wan's a really good director. So, curious to see how he's going to play that out. Maybe DC's finally getting their shit together, but, knock on wood for that, right? Hopefully they can get their shit together, get it all together, take it to the shit museum, or the shit store, something like that. I'm butchering that Rick and Morty quote, I apologize. So, all in all, I'm really shocked, but at the same time I'm really excited. So hopefully, I know he's going to be producer, but hopefully maybe they can get him to direct. Maybe, because this is, again, right in Spielberg's wheelhouse. So, yeah. So anyway, you guys tell me in the comments below. Is anyone hyped for this Blackhawks film? What do you think of Spielberg directing it? Who do you want in this film? What's the tone? And also, who do you want to see in this film? Or maybe even just Easter eggs. Comment below, let me know. And once again, hope you guys enjoyed this because, this news just came out of nowhere, and I was like, wow. Wow. Did anyone expect this? And let alone the news that went along with it, right? Anyway, so yeah, just comment below, let me know, what do you guys think of all this, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.